Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into the southeastern corner of Bangladesh,
That's right. We're exploring
a
Noakhali.
district that seems, well, brimming with history and a really unique character.
Oh, certainly.
We've got a fascinating collection of material here looking at, everything from its geography to the stories sort of woven into its past.
Yeah, a really rich set of sources.
Our goal, really, is to surface the most compelling insights, the things that make this region stand out for you.
And the info covers quite a range, doesn't it? We're talking landscape, admin structure, history, culture, economy.
Landmarks, challenges.
Exactly. The food, connectivity, what's happening now. It's a pretty holistic view we've got.
Absolutely. What immediately sparked my curiosity was just how multifaceted Noakhali is. You know,
Hmm.
it's this place blessed with like a dynamic natural environment, a history stretching back centuries, and a really strong sense of local culture.
And that coastal location brings its own dynamics.
Right. Plus, being right there on the coast means it's navigating some pretty significant environmental shifts. And you know what's interesting?
What's that?
Even its name, Noakhali, translates to new canal, doesn't it?
It does. Which already hints at its river-defined identity, really.
That's a great starting point. So geographically speaking,
Well, geographically, it holds a strategically important position. You've got Camilla, Tanpur, Feni bordering it.
sort of acting as a land bridge in that part of Bangladesh.
Kind of, yeah. And then the Bay of Bengal shapes its southern edge, naturally. Bola and Lakshmipur are off to the west.
So it's a real connector. And the landscape itself, it's not mountains or
Oh,
anything.
no, not at all. It's this flat, riverine delta plain, dominated by the powerful Meghna River and its whole network of smaller waterways.
Water seems absolutely fundamental to its very being then.
Precisely. You've got these highs and beals, natural depressions, often marshy or lake-like.
Right.
And the char areas, those river islands, are constantly evolving. That really defines its physical character.
And you mentioned islands offshore.
Yes, don't forget the significant ones. Hatia, Nihum Dwip, and Manpura, each with its own distinct sort of ecological and social features.
Nihum Duep. I've heard it's, well, incredibly special. We should come back to that.
Definitely worth it.
But first, the climate. Being right on the Bay of Bengal must mean some intense weather patterns.
It certainly does. The climate is typically warm and humid, standard for the region. The monsoon brings substantial rainfall,
And the downside of that coastal exposure.
vulnerability, particularly susceptible to cyclones originating in the bay, which is a recurring challenge for the area.
Makes sense, given the location. Okay, so how does a region like this, with such dynamic environmental factors, organize itself administratively?
Administratively, Noakhali is divided into 9 upazilas.
Bazila's like counties.
Similar idea, yeah. Each with its own local governing structure. There's Noakhali Sadar, the main hub, then Begumganj, Chatkil, Kampanaganj, Sonimuri.
And Haiti itself is one.
Yes, Haitia, Kabirhat, Senbag, and Subarnakar. That's the 9.
And within those.
Within those, you also have 8 municipalities and 91 union parishads. That's the real grassroots level of local administration.
Okay, 9 Opazilas gives us a sense of scale. Now let's get into its history. The name's origin is a great clue.
The riverine environment, yeah.
But what about its deeper historical roots?
Well, what's compelling is that Noakhali's story isn't just about its waterways, though they're key. Historically, this region thrived as a significant trading center.
Really? Why there?
Its geographical position likely made it a natural intersection for trade routes, connecting inland areas with maritime networks, probably dealing in agricultural goods.
Interesting.
And beyond trade, it was an important hub for both Buddhist and Hindu civilizations in the past. There's legacy there, ancient sites, cultural influences.
A trading hub and a center for ancient civilizations. That adds a whole new layer. How did it transition into the colonial period then?
During British rule, Noakhali was initially part of the larger Bakerganj district.
Ah.
But then, recognizing its distinct geography, maybe emerging socioeconomic characteristics too, it was established as a separate district. That was in 1822.
A significant shift in governance for the region.
Definitely.
And then, much more recently, Noakhali played a part in a really pivotal moment for Bangladesh, the Liberation War.
Indeed. A very significant role. The people of Noakhali showed remarkable courage. They actively resisted the occupying forces.
So the region really holds a significant place in that national story.
Absolutely. It highlights a deep sense of patriotism within the community.
It's powerful connecting these places with such important history. Now, let's shift focus a bit to the people who actually call Noakhali home today. Population, culture. What can you tell us?
Well, according to the 2022 census, we're looking at roughly 3.4 million people.
Okay.
And it's a diverse community. You have Muslim, Hindu, and other religious groups living together, which naturally contributes to a rich and varied cultural landscape.
And I understand that while Bengali is the main language, there's a unique local twist.
Absolutely. Standard Bengali is widely spoken, of course, but Noakhali is really well known for its distinctive regional dialect. People often call it Noakhaya.
Noakhali.
Yeah, it has its own unique vocabulary characteristic pronunciation. It's a strong marker of local identity and pride.
Fascinating how language evolves like that regionally. What about other aspects of culture, beyond just language?
Well, the people of Noakhali are widely regarded for their hospitality. That comes up a lot.
A welcoming place.
Seems so. Culturally, they have vibrant traditions, various forms of folk music, for instance, and the Pita Utsav, basically festivals celebrating traditional cakes, often tied to harvests.
Cake festivals. Sounds wonderful.
Right. And of course, the major religious festivals like Eid for the Muslim community and Durga Puja for Hindus are celebrated with great enthusiasm and community involvement.
That sounds lovely. And what about education? Are there good opportunities in Noakhali?
There's an increasing emphasis on it. You've got a number of universities, colleges, and madrasas serving the population.
Any standouts?
A particularly noteworthy one is the Noakhali Science and Technology University, NSTU for short. It plays a crucial role in higher education and research in the region.
Good to hear about investment in education. Now let's explore how people make a living there. What are the main drivers of Noakhali's economy?
It's predominantly agrarian, heavily reliant on agriculture.
So, farming.
Yeah, key products include rice, jute, lots of vegetables, and fish, of course. Aquaculture, especially fish farming, is really significant in coastal areas like Hatia and Nishim Drip. They really leverage those natural aquatic resources.
Makes sense. A strong connection to both land and sea. Are there other industries besides farming and fishing?
Yes, alongside that primary sector, you do have smaller scale industries, things like handicrafts, showcasing local skills,
Right.
fisheries, covering both farming and wild catch, and food processing, adding value to the agricultural and aquaculture output.
And I've heard that, like in many parts of the region, money sent home from overseas workers is a big factor.
That's a very important element. A considerable number of people from Noakhali work abroad, Middle East, Europe, North America mostly.
Remittances.
Exactly. The money they send back provides crucial financial support for families. It's a substantial influx of capital into the local economy, often vital for household incomes and local investment.
So it's a mix. Agriculture, some local industry, and this strong link to the global economy through its diaspora. What about trade and commerce within Noakhali?
Commercial activities tend to be centered in the Noakhali, Sadar, and Bagumdarnj areas. Those are the main hubs for trade within the district, facilitating exchange, acting as important marketplaces.
Okay, so we're getting a good picture. The land, people, livelihoods. Now, some highlights, places visitors might go. You mentioned Nihum Dwip earlier.
Yes, Nihum Dwip, it's truly a natural gem, a beautiful island out in the Bay of Bengal.
What's it known for?
It's renowned for its thriving deer populations, its diverse bird species, and just its overall pristine natural environment. It's increasingly becoming a destination for people seeking tranquility and wildlife encounters.
Deer and diverse bird life on a stunning island. Sounds like a nature lover's paradise. What other spots should be on our radar?
Well, Hatia Dwip, the larger island, offers a different kind of experience. It's right at the meeting point of river and sea.
So you get a glimpse of local life.
Exactly. A first-hand view of the lives and traditional fishing practices of the local communities. Then there's the Bajra Shahi Mosque.
Historical.
Very historically significant, showcases impressive Mughal architectural features. Think distinctive domes, intricate detailing.
So a blend of natural beauty and historical architecture. Anything with a different kind of historical significance.
The Gandhi Ashram, it was established in memory of Mahatma Gandhi, holds considerable historical importance, symbolizes a period of social reform and activism there.
Right.
And, for those who just appreciate scenic landscapes, the banks of the Meghna River offer really picturesque spots to relax and enjoy the natural beauty.
A nice mix of attractions.
Yeah.
But as we touch on, being coastal brings major challenges.
Indeed. That location makes Noakhali highly susceptible to natural disasters. Cyclones, tidal surges, river erosion, these are major concerns.
And there was a particularly bad cyclone.
The devastating cyclone of 1970. It serves as a really profound reminder of the region's vulnerability to these powerful forces. A truly tragic event.
Must have had a lasting impact. And now, with climate change.
The threats are very real. Rising sea levels, increasing salinity intrusion into the soil and water. These pose significant risks to agriculture, to livelihoods.
Making adaptation strategies absolutely crucial for the future.
Incredibly important. Building resilience is key.
Absolutely. Now let's shift gears to something universal: food. What are some culinary highlights from Noakhali?
Well, unsurprisingly, fish features prominently, given the rivers and the sea, right?
Makes sense.
Borda, those flavorful mashed vegetables, lentils, and a huge variety of pitha, those traditional cakes, are also really popular.
Any specific must-tries?
The Hilsha fish borta is famous, and the uniquely prepared dried fish from the region. They're well regarded, enjoyed all over Bangladesh, actually.
Gilsha Borda, I need to remember that. And I imagine the local fairs and festivals are great places to sample these.
Precisely. Their vibrant occasions often feature traditional folk dances, songs. It's a wonderful immersion into the cultural heritage and, yeah, a great chance to taste local specialties.
Sounds lively and flavorful. Okay, get around. How well connected is Noakhali?
It actually benefits from pretty good connectivity to major cities like Dhaka and Chattogram and neighboring districts, too.
How roads, rail?
All of the above. Road, rail, and waterways are all important. The main bus terminals are in places like Meidi and Bagumganj.
And for the islands?
Ferries and launches are essential. That's how you get to Hatia and the other islands.
So while it includes island communities, it's not cut off. Finally, looking ahead, what does the future hold? Any significant developments happening?
Yeah, there's ongoing infrastructure development across Noakhali, plus concerted efforts to improve access to education and healthcare through various government initiatives.
Anything specific for tourism?
There are specific projects aimed at developing Nisham, Dwip, and Hatia as ecotourism destinations, recognizing their natural appeal and potential for sustainable economic growth.
It sounds like Noakhali is really trying to move forward while valuing its roots.
Exactly. It really stands out as a district of, remarkable natural beauty, a deep and significant history, and this vibrant cultural identity within Bangladesh.
A place where agriculture and fisheries are central.
With definite tourism potential, yet continually navigating these very real challenges from natural disasters and the long-term impacts of climate change.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive on Noakhali, it does make you think, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Given its unique geography, its history of resilience, how might Noakhali effectively balance that drive for economic development with the, critical need for environmental sustainability in the years ahead?
That's the big question, isn't it? And maybe what valuable lessons could other coastal regions, maybe around the world, learn from Noakhali's experiences, both with adversity but also with the enduring spirit of its community?
Absolutely. This has been a really insightful exploration into a truly dynamic corner of the world.
And as always, there's much more to the ongoing story.